Let's go, Canes. The #1 podcast in the show.
Yo, what's going on, everybody in Utah? Just want to let you know.
Ain't no me.
There ain't no me.
It ain't no me.
Without you.
Without you, baby.
Without you, baby. Go Canes.
It's you talk, baby.
It's that you talk. You heard me? Veteran in this game, bringing pain to all these amateurs. Been winning for too long, so they had to change the parameters. Any competition, we sweeping them up like janitors. We using the air without the need for nasal cannulas. Looking to the stands, I'll be laying for the cameras. Big wins every single week.
My name is Mr. Magic. If you're looking for a podcast that's real and down to earth, it's all about you talk. There's no me without you, baby. Bust a move.
The people show, this is you talk, yeah, the people show. Coming to you live with Frank and Devin. Go on, tell them what they need to know. This is you talk, yeah, the people show. Look, gonna tell you what you need to know.
It's you talk, baby.
What you need to know. Hey, it's the people show.
It's you talk, baby.
You talk family. What go on? What go on? What go on? This your boy D, and of course I got my guy, Mr. Larry Frank Jr. with me in the building. And y'all know how we start off every show. It ain't no us. Without you, baby. You talk family, Kane Nation. What's going on? Shout out to our super producer, Mr. Marquise Judge, man. KJ Production is always KJ Production in the Shout out to Marquise, man. And y'all, we're gonna bring on our guy as well, man. Like I told you guys before, he's gonna be sitting in with Larry Frank because there are some things that I'm about to start doing. And shout out to the creators of our app. The app should have been out last week, Larry Frank. But because of Dougal Wild, a.k.a. Melvin Bratton, information that I already sent him to send over to our guys to have this done, he didn't send all of the information. So it was something as simple. Something as simple as him just having to send something over, and we would have had this done last week. But I'm telling you now, it will be done this week. I'm asking everybody.
Wait, bro, real quick. You telling me our big brother pulled a Theo Huxtable? All he had to do was mail the check, and Daddy went in the doggone closet and found the check in the pocket?
He had one assignment, bro. He had one assignment, dog. I gave him one assignment, bro. That was it, bro. And all he had to do was just send this one thing. And the dudes was like, they was talking to me like, bro, like, we need such and such. I'm like, him be just sending you all. Yeah, he ain't sending all that. Nah. And I went back in the thing. I wanted to make sure before I talked to him, because I know I am today, because he only went back up here. I wanted to make sure I sent it to him. I sent it to him, bro. So This was on Dougal Wild, man. Dougal Wild, I'm waiting on you to call, man, because we could have had this done last week, bro. This on you. But anyways, we're going to push this, y'all. It's coming. They assured me that it will be done this week. This week, man. So I asked that all of you guys go out, hit the, download the app, man, because we're going to be bringing all of the shows, everything is going to be over on our own app, the You Talk app. And that's Real Talk with Larry, Frank, and Shy. That's Winning at the Game of Life. That's the NFL show, and that's the NBA shows that's coming. But without any further ado, I want to bring on our guy, man. He's a day one subscriber, listener. This is our own, man. Y'all already know who it is. We introduced him about 2 months ago. We told y'all he was going to be here. He's in the building. He's going to be sitting in with Larry Frank. Man, I want you guys to welcome my brother, the one and only, AO from the Miami Mayhem Show, man.
Mayhem in the building.
What it do, man?
Hey,
man. Like, shout out to you guys, man. Like, D, that is an amazing accomplishment. You guys are taking this up to a whole nother level of getting the app and getting the platform even further out to unite the Canes fam. So shout out, man. That's amazing.
Hey, man, we appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, man. And thank you for always, man, the day one support coming on the show, man. I appreciate you sitting in and going to be a part of this. I love you. You already know what it is, man. Larry Frank, thanks you. I'm going to let him tell you how much this means to us. So, Larry Frank, what's going on? Talk to us, bro.
Man, look, it's just, man, me and AO was texting before, and we both had a nice little conversation on coffee. I'm still sipping on mine, brother. And
that's right.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. And I told AO, I said, man, listen, I don't put sugar in my coffee, but with that Canes victory last night, it is so sweet right now. AO, thank you for joining us, bro. And I appreciate you being here and every recap show that we do every week, man, to be right beside me. Thank you, brother, because, hey, no one better that can fill in, so appreciate you.
I appreciate it. And honestly, especially like I mentioned to you guys back in, a while ago, is 2020, this was one of the first, shows I found. And especially in a time like that, like that's what kind of unites the people. And you guys have always been for the people. And that to me is what the Canes family really means, right? So I've always had a deep-rooted appreciation for what you guys bring to the table. Can't wait to just keep helping you guys push this further and further forward, because once again, we can all have our differences in life, but there's certain shit that can always bring you back together. And this is one of those platforms that can definitely unite a lot of different type of people. So I appreciate y'all.
Yes, man. Definitely, man. We love you and we appreciate you, bro. So everybody, man, give a big happy birthday to our girl, man, LNV, man. She's in the building. I'm saying that she has a birthday, man. Shout out to LNV, man.
Happy birthday, LNV.
That's future baby mama right there, LNV.
This goddamn boy, shit, bro. This damn cheer about to blow my eardrums up. But let's get to it, man. We had a game last night. Miami Hurricanes pulled it out, man, with a 27-24 victory over the Notre Dame Irish, man. And we're just gonna go around and we're gonna check the temperature of everybody here, and then we're gonna open the line up for, like AO say, the people. And we want to hear from everybody. So Larry Frank, I'm gonna start with you and tell us what are your thoughts. Because I talked to a lot of y'all last night while we was working on this app. You was calling, you was texting. I couldn't see a lot in the first half because me and Marquise was working last night, but we finna get into it today, man. So Larry Frank, talk to me, man. What are your thoughts, brother?
Give me a few moments. I want to run down everything and get it off my chest, and then we'll just interact as we go. I put together my good, my bad, and my ugly. All right. So let's start off with my good. Carson Beck, 20 of 30, 202 yards, 2 touchdowns. Last night, Carson Beck, to me, proved that the arm is all right. You saw that on the overthrow. He proved that he's a leader. He proved that he's gelling well with this team. He loves Shannon Dawson. You saw the emotion post-game. Carson Beck is the guy this season, and barring injuries, we should be all right from that perspective. My second good, Malachi Toney, a 17-year-old, had that much impact. 6 receptions, 82 yards, and a touchdown. 17 years old. I got to just keep saying that. 17 had that kind of impact. Also, CJ Daniels, I don't know if he brought from LSU when he was down here some of that stuff Odell left in the doggone locker rooms, but I'm glad he had it with that one-handed catch before half because Lord knows we needed it. He went 5 receptions, 46 yards with the score. Another good that I had, the combination of Mark Fletcher, Shamar Brown, both of them had 15 touches. Fletcher had 66 yards. Brown had 54 yards with the score. I don't know what happened to Jordan Lyle. I think he got hurt. He was in there in the beginning, and then we didn't see him again, so hopefully everything turns out okay with that. Another good that I like, the fact that what is perceived as the best running back in the country, Jeremiah Love, held him in check. 10 carries, 33 yards. His complement, Mr. Price, 6 carries, 45 yards. So that Miami defense, that defensive front, they did their job. They overcompensated, I think, because I expected Love to do some things. I didn't expect him to get shut down like that, but they took him out the game. Shouts out to the kicker. This is another good. A lot of unsettledness about the kicker, but guess what? He made 2 clutch field goals, including what was the go-ahead game winner. Listen, anybody that's doubting the field goal kicker, I had my doubts, and I think it's more because we're so used to having a Borregales. But guess what? Borregales, both of them, they're gone. We got to move on, life after. But he got off to a good start. So shouts out to the new kicker. Obviously, I said CJ catch before half. Another good that I like, the drive after half. We're going to get into the play calling and the conservatism, but I got to say this much. We were up 14-7 getting the ball. So it was very important to get that score going in the half. But coming out of half, that 5+ minute drive that was a mix of run and pass that resulted in going ahead by 2 scores was huge. To me, that is how you play call. That you were aggressive. It grinded time off the clock. That's what you needed. It really put us in a position to really dominate. Defense pressure, the passes defended and everything. There was only one busted play, which was the touchdown catch that your boy got towards the end of the game. But hey, look how many busted plays we had in game last year. So I'll take that one busted play versus where we came from. And we forced 2 turnovers, the fumble recovery. And listen, they talk about touchdown Jesus. I think Miami had turnover Jesus last night because Lord have mercy, off the foot in the Baines' hands, only Jesus could make that happen. So that's my good. Now let me get to the bad. I was a lot of good. So after the end of this, I want everybody to see this. So there's a lot of good. The bad that I had, we were outscored 17-6 in the fourth quarter. That cannot happen in the future. That's got to get corrected. Quarterback draws, and this is what I noticed. CJ Carr with a quarterback draw. They basically had, in my opinion, Riley Leonard, the type of Riley Leonard play that he had last year that got them to the national championship. The reason why I say that's bad is you're going to see DJ Lagway. You saw what Castellanos did against Alabama. They're going to have to put those quarterback draws in effect because if that happens, with more athletic and more speedy quarterbacks, that's going to hurt Miami in the future. Lastly, integrate Elijah Lofton into the passing game, please, because I don't know what happened with JoJo Trader. I mean, he was doubled, obviously, but he couldn't get going. Tony saved us. But I was talking with James Freeman last night. Me and him were going back and forth. You had a good balance of the run with the pass with Tony, but I think things would have got a little bit more smooth offensively if you had Elijah Lofton integrated as well. He only had one target, 15 yards. And we saw last year he can stretch the field. So get him going. Hopefully they'll do that. And obviously my ugly last point, and I'll toss it to AO, the conservative play calling at the end. You coached literally between Mario and Dawson. You were coaching scared. You were coaching not to lose. And when you coach not to lose, that's how you lose. That's how that 17-6 point differential happened in the fourth quarter. And it's like when we got the turnover from Bain, you were content on 3 plays up the middle for a field goal kicker that at the time we were still unsettled. Why not go for the touchdown, at least get closer? If you can't get in the end zone, make for a closer field goal to make it easier. So Mario, listen, I'm going to give Mario his credit. You got your signature victory at Miami. Everybody talks about Ohio State. Guess what? You beat number 6 Notre Dame in Miami. You got your big signature victory. I also think that with a 10-win season, this victory last night will alone get Miami in the playoffs because everybody talks about how they didn't have a tough schedule last year. You did what you had to do. So shouts out to Mario, but you got to clean those things up. And that's my synopsis.
I think you nailed it. I mean, realistically, how do you follow that? But I think that you said everything that was kind of on my mind at that point. Was the play calling gets very vanilla in crunch time, and you cannot do that against elite talent. You can't allow them to come back into the game. You have to keep your foot on the gas. The other thing that kind of was driving me nuts was you have to mix up how these runs look. You can't just keep running into the mouth of the defense over and over. I get that they're going to say, well, look we were able to rip off this chunk. You're correct in what you're saying, but you're also continuing to run it up the goddamn middle. Stretch it to the left, stretch it to the right. Keep running at them. I don't care. I want you to run. Establish your dominance, but show it in different ways so people can't just go and box in. Like you mentioned about the QB run, right? I understand what they were trying to accomplish by taking away the receivers, right? Because they really did shut down a good group of receivers that Notre Dame has. But you knew what they were going to throw. They were going to keep throwing that little short bullshit over and over and over again. It's wet, it's rainy, and we have to take that in consideration for some of the angles that were taken, some of the broken tackles that we're seeing wrap up. But I mean, it's the first game, right? So I mean, I'm not going to be super critical about that. But to me, is you knew what he was going to throw. It wasn't going to go past 5 yards. That to me means you can kind of you can almost put in the 5 tackles at that, or sorry, the 5 linemen set at that point for the D line, and you can literally just take away that QB run. That was the only thing that was really ripping you apart a little bit on clutch third downs, or getting him further away to push him into a pass-only option on third down, and then you can take away that short pass. But I feel like we were doing certain things that just kind of allowed them more into the game than what we should have. And this game was a great, like you said, a great opportunity to clean shit up going forward. But this cannot happen going into ACC play. You have to tighten this back up. And I know people are going to always go after Mario about, is he in, the coordinator's heads? How much is he really pulling on this? Is it him? Is it them? To me, it's more of they're going to fill each other out. And Dawson, we all saw last year that he had full reins with Cam, and we gave him all the props for that. But also, that was a little bit more of his style of calling. I mean, we had the same issues last year with the run game, right? We didn't get really into a rhythm until maybe 4 or 5 games into it. Got Martinez more into the rhythm of things. So this is more of his style. I just feel like he needs to actually be a little bit more diverse in what he's calling. So, I mean, I just feel like there's a lot to work on, but in a really good way. I feel like the talent we have is just, we're fucking deep. I mean, that's the first time I can really honestly say that is we're deep on a lot more spots. Like, we had concerns about the D line push their shit in. I mean, and that's all these podcasters. And shout out to those Notre Dame podcasters, by the way. Thanks for making it fucking personal, by the way, because that was locker room material, and you got them boys fired the hell up. So I appreciate
It's
y'all.
you talk, baby.
And you
Absolutely.
got canceled for it. So I appreciate you on 2 fronts. Get your own shit canceled, and you became bulletin board material for us. Much appreciated, shitheads. Go take that backroom locker, that racism bullshit, and go back to your mom's basement and sit there for the next fucking 2 years while everybody remembers you for the one fucking comment you said. Appreciate them. And that's all I got, man.
Facts.
Definitely. And I agree with both of you guys. Both of you guys, man, you touched on everything. I talked to a lot of you guys through chat last night. Just a conservative play calling for me. I think you've seen a different defense in the second half because we got conservative on offense, and I think we were trying to play it safe. And I think the guys started thinking a little bit too much in the second half because the game was tight. We were aggressive the first half on both sides of the ball, and I think we kind of let up off the gas. I think we 2 touchdowns better than Notre Dame easy. I think that
Yeah.
I can't. I'm not, and I said I was gonna. This year I'm gonna sit back. I'm not gonna be critical because I'm gonna wait to see. But Mario, I think that he did a great job. Shannon Dawson, play calling, man. Like, I just think we got to stay aggressive the whole game because, like Larry Frank said, I can't stand Florida State, but you're gonna see these type of quarterbacks, that they're gonna keep their foot on the gas, and they're not gonna ease up on us. And we got to do the same thing for 4 quarters. We can't let up. So, overall, I think it was a good team win. I'm glad that we got the W, but there are definitely some things that we got to clean up, and hopefully we will do going forward. So, we'll see. But the lines are open if you guys want to call up. Come on, man. It's the people show. We taking calls, man. We want to hear what you have to say, man. It was a big game last night. Your Canes are 1-0 officially. And we on the clock for next week against who it is? Bethune-Cookman next week, right?
Bethune-Cookman. Yep. Yeah. That'll be a tune-up game. I think we'll be okay. But here's the kicker. The game after that, South Florida. You saw what South Florida did to Boise the other night.
Mm-hmm.
That game there, that's going to be a measuring stick going into the Florida game because South Florida, listen, they hung toe-to-toe with Alabama the last couple of years they played. You saw how they dominated Boise, and that's going to be a test.
Thanks.
Yep.
Caller, you on the line with you talk. State your name and where you calling from.
Man, straight from the 954, man.
Who that, Nickadale?
That's all like Nickadale in the house.
What's up, Kyle? What's up, Kyle?
Kyle.
Man, it was a good win last night. But I'm gonna report on some of the stuff y'all commented about. I think it was a damn good. I think Mario Dawson had a good game plan throughout the game. And if you understand how Mario wanted his team to be ran, Mario kind of conservative type coach anyway. And Mario don't change. He don't try to change something that he think that he feel that's gonna work. We already know he's stubborn like that, right? Hello?
Yeah, we listening to you.
We here. We listening.
Oh, okay. I pause. So I think going to second half, yes, he did call it conservative. He did say conservative because to me it was conservative throughout the whole game. But however, this is the first game. Everybody don't flash all their cards out. Right. Now on defense, they should have played a little bit more tight on coverage. But as I know, it was wet as a motherfucker out here yesterday. Them receivers, them DBs, them guys were slipping and sliding all over the damn place last night. So that could have played a big factor of him seeing how the footage was. Like, hey, you know what? Let's back them off a little bit and keep everything in front of us because they got to come get us. We ain't got to come get them. Now, I'd like them to play a little stronger. I mean, a lot more aggressive. But I understood the environment that I was as far as with the field conditions. Because it rained hours and hours before the game started. So I know it was wet as hell. I didn't go to the game, but I know it was wet. I was down south, so I know it was wet. But good game plan, and y'all can back off Mario Cristobal now. He had his team ready for the first time.
He did. I mean, Kyle, Kyle, real quick, I'm not gonna deny that. You know I'm as critical of Mario as anybody. Anybody in the Miami Hurricane universe knows how I am with Mario. I will give Mario his due. He did the job. Haters. No, we're not no haters. Nope. See, that's the thing right there. We got to get right here. We got to go through this. You can't call us haters.
I'm just picking up on my
man. Listen. After last night, man, don't get me started. No, but real talk, real quick. Mario, I'm publicly, for those who think I hate Mario, I'm giving him his props. Mario, you did that.
Mario,
you beat number 6.
Mario, you better be listening, Mario, because he ain't gonna always give you this shit.
Somebody,
you better tell him. You better tell him.
Send Mario this clip.
Baby.
I'm giving Mario his props. He did what he was supposed to do. He got his signature Miami victory last night. Yes, you did that, Mario. However, if you can get more of a balance like that first drive coming out of halftime, every drive with the defense being improved, Miami will be damn near unstoppable.
Yeah.
Because you 8 clock, you was gashing for yards on the ground, you was getting yards in the air. The turning point for me what allowed them back in was on 3rd and 1. When Brown, I don't know why he didn't follow his block to the right. He went behind Bell.
He ran into the damn dude.
He ran into Bell and fell out and almost hurt Bell. Why he didn't, off to the right. And that was a first down. The drive continues. You probably get another touchdown and the game is really over. Right. So, I mean, things happen, but we can't be conservative in crucial times because that's how teams get back into it. But other than that, Mario, I'm giving you props, bro. Don't get used to it, but you did good last night.
And see, I'm a little different. Like I feel like I've always been a giant Mario fan because for me, it's what else are you going to get out of this? You know what I mean? Like who else is going to come into Miami with the passion that Mario has? I mean, that's everything that we've ever wanted to check off with,
right? We're going to bring the money and Mario bring it in.
Exactly. The money, the passion, right? Like he is a fucking Kane at the end of the day, like through and through. Like that guy would bleed and die for that team, which is exactly what you want. You don't want someone who's going to build it just to go somewhere else. However, I will always say we can hold anybody and everybody always accountable, right? Because we expect more, we want more. We want him to have that success because that success then trickles down to us, right? So it's just one of those things where it's not hating on somebody to hold them accountable and hold their feet to the fire because it's like, I know you can get there. I don't want you to keep cheddar bobbing yourself and shooting yourself in the foot and the leg because of little shit like that you can't get out of. I mean, to any of us, it's your biggest opponent in life is you. Sometimes you have to get out of your own way before you can get to that next level. And Mario can do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not hating. It's just more of, I want him to succeed so much because of the fact that that guy is a Kane. I want him to be the legend that brings them back. So if I want that for him, then I'm not going to hate on him and say, well, you should do better. I'm going to tell him, hey, this is what you should be doing and looking at to get to that next level. There's only a difference. It's never going to hate that guy. Like, he came from a fucking established. He could have sat his ass in Oregon and raked in night money. He never needed to come back to Miami. He didn't. He was building something perfect already over there. He didn't need fucking Miami, but we needed him. That was the difference.
Hey, Cal, I got to get you out of here. I got another call coming in. Cal, give us something to close up.
Last but not least, because y'all done talked all over my time. But last but not least, I told y'all a couple weeks ago when y'all talked about wide receivers, we got our own Jeremiah Smith. Did I tell y'all that, right?
Yes, sir.
But anyways, hey, I'm gonna continue to listen, my man. and hear what everybody's got to say. Y'all take care, man, and keep those views up.
For sure. Look at that, y'all.
It's you talk, baby.
I couldn't catch it. Call back. I'm gonna hold the lines for you, holla bite. Hey, if you're just coming in, I'm gonna say it again. UTalk app will be ready this week. Y'all, we got some people that's lined up to come on the show. I'm asking right now, if you could, when the app comes out, go and download the app. Please download the app. There are gonna be certain packages too. That's VIP status to where you can go in the back room and be able to chat with some of the people that the guests that we bring on. So there'll be 3 different packages that we'll have up underneath the app. So please, man, show support, man. I think one of the packages, what is it, Frank? It's $2.99, $3.99, and then it's $9.99.
$9.99, yeah. Different levels, different tiers. You get different perks.
Different levels, different tiers. Yes, definitely. And I ask that you guys support, man. And like I say, definitely download the app. It will be ready this week. Yo, you on with UTalk? Call us, state your name and where you calling from. Yo,
what's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Oh, what's good?
What's up with it? D Offered in the building, y'all. D Offered. What's up, Offer?
Hey, what's up, man? We riding back. Tired as hell.
Tell everybody in the car, man. UTalk said, what up, man? Broom Van. Cannon. Shout out to my boy Cannon.
Cannon. They live.
Hey, what up? Rayful, what up?
Oh, he got the whole crew with him.
What up?
Yeah, they got the crew. They got the crew with them. They called me last night from the game, man. I got to see all of them in there, man.
Man, that was a crazy game. That's all I can say, boy. I'm just glad we won.
Talk to us, man. What's your thoughts about the game?
Y'all was spot on, man. He got conservative at the end. It could have cost him, man. You got to keep your foot on their neck when you winning, man. Can't get conservative. The damn defense that prevents shit at the end, man. He could have kept flying pressure to him like he was supposed to. That when they went to that prevent, they put him back in the game.
Right.
And it was three bad calls for the referees that changed the momentum of the game. We was getting ready to pull away, and them referees made them 3 bullshit calls, man. That what was the interference or holding something else, man? It was some crap, man. But that game shouldn't have been that close. If you'd have been at the game, you could have saw for yourself. The game shouldn't have been that close. When they played, man,
What's your good? What did you like last night?
The defense is totally different. That Malachi Antonio beast. I can't believe somebody that young could play that good the game went too big for him. That running back from North Dakota State better than I thought. Man, Beck, man, as long as you keep Beck healthy, man, we're gonna be good.
Hey, what's your bad?
Healthy, man. That conservative play calling and running up the hole like he do in other games, killing the clock. You put that field goal kick in that position. This is his first time playing. You shouldn't have done that. You could have scored. You could have drove downfield and scored if you wanted to, but you run three plays. You kept the whole game. You look at it again. They kept trying to run up the gut instead of going to the outside like I was saying. And the outside was open. And they didn't use the tight end but one time. So everything y'all talking about, I was looking right at. We were saying the same thing last night.
Yo.
I guess first game you got a lot to learn from, but if they get out there conservative play calling, man, and that defense keep playing like he played, man, they could do something. But you gotta go game by game as usual. But I was very impressed with the defense, man. Very impressed. That defense got after them, and the linebacker was thumping, man. I'm talking about they was hitting so hard you could hear it in the stand. They were hitting them boys so hard. They called them 2 fumbles.
Mm-hmm.
But man, enjoy the game.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we appreciate you like always, man. Call it in, big dog, man. And y'all have a safe trip back to Jacksonville, man. Duval County. In the building, man. Shout out to Duval, man.
It's you talk, baby.
Duval. All right, fellas, man. Y'all take care. Holler at me later on.
I will,
Will
man.
do.
Love you, brother. Hey, did you get that young man information? Did you get that young man information that you put on the phone with me yesterday?
I think I did. I I gotta look for it.
Well, I gave him mine. I just wanted to make sure, just in case he didn't write it down right. Okay.
Oh, he said he was gonna call you.
Okay. All righty.
All right.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy, man. Stay safe.
Yes, sir.
Later, brother. All right.
It's you talk, baby.
So I'm gonna ask you both a question, man. So this win, man, what can we do to build on this win going forward, man? What are you guys seeing in the next couple games? Because we got a caller. I'm gonna take this call and tell them to hold on, but I want you guys to answer something for me real quick. Hey, caller, hold the line real quick. With the next two games coming up, man, what do you guys feel like that we can improve on from this game going into the BCC game and the USF game? What should we take from this game to move forward? I'll start with you, AO, and then we'll go to Larry Frank. However you want to do it.
Go ahead.
I think you guys kind of mentioned it, right? Is the integration of the stretching the field for the running game. You have to, like it was kind of mentioned before, like you have to get to the point where you're attacking on left, right, stretch them out, then go up the middle. You can't just keep going up and up and up because then people just figure all you got to do is box yourself in. Otherwise, to me, the most important piece of the puzzle is always a tight end. And you have a very unique tight end room that could have some depth this year. You have to use them wisely. Like Elijah Lofton has to be a part of the priority passing game, not just so much as stretching the field, right? Like those little 5-yard cuts that they were doing with their tight end, getting the little tight end screen that went up the middle for I think it was about 9 or 10 yards on a pretty solid second down. Like that just makes your defense hold just a second longer to see what he's going to do, which gives your receivers a little bit more time to do whatever they're going to do, right? You have to incorporate that tight end in my mind. Like that's critical for offense for me.
Okay. Larry Frank.
Yeah, you got to integrate more weapons. That's including the tight end, obviously. But whatever happened with JoJo, you're gonna have to get that figured out. Let JoJo get his reps, get more reps. CJ Daniels obviously had that big catch last night, but you know what you have with Tony. But what you don't want to do is put all the pressure on Tony early, because even though he balled out at 17, he's still 17, and this is still college football. So take the pressure off of him and make the game more comfortable for him by utilizing guys who have been there and done that before. And obviously, also, like what AO said, I agree. Be more versatile with that run game. Have some sweeps, some running back screens. Just you got weapons, use them. Be more versatile. And listen, they probably have that. They probably wasn't showing everything last night. But once again, like we always say, what do you have to hide? If you're that versatile as an OC, guess what? If you have talent, it don't matter. Show it,
Thanks. Chris Kane, what's going on, man? Thank you for holding, brother. Talk to us. What's up, Chris Kane? As we step through the eyes.
You should have counted up the call.
Yeah.
All right, Shirley.
Shirley, burn up, baby. Come on with it. You know what it is.
As the Kings beat the hell out of Notre Dame. I'm telling you. Well, what's going on, fellas, man? How y'all feeling today, man?
Great.
Hey, a W is always sweet, brother. A W is always sweet.
Yes, it is, man. Yes, it is. What's going on with y'all, man? Ayo, what's good with you, brother?
I wish my voice didn't hurt.
Y'all, man, and I have a few pros and cons with it and everything like that. But above all, it was a good game. Like you said, y'all hit a lot of points. As far as the bad, as far as like that, letting them get back into the game and them thinking a little bit too much about what needs to happen. There was basically a one-dimensional. It was to the point of what we struggled with last year with the one-dimensional because, as you've seen from last year, even though it's a different defensive scheme, the different DC and everything else like that, the one-dimensional is what we had a problem with. You know, last year we had Georgia Tech, and then we had that one-dimensional where we knew what was wrong with him, and we knew what was his Achilles heel, but we couldn't stop him. You know, this year it was more of a see ball, get ball. Last year I didn't see nothing that did you have any kind of interceptions or forced fumbles or anything. The only thing that I actually seen was a mistake by the Cal quarterback that happened last year with Francis Pico, that he went ahead and got on defense. But other than that, there was nothing else. We had more this game than we had last year, you know, and that's a huge thing. And also, as far as with, and it's like I go with pros and cons with it. It's like you look at what happened with Georgia with Carson Beck last year, right? And you look at what happened in this game with Miami. Carson Beck looked a lot more comfortable in the pocket. They got him, I think, maybe once or twice or something like that. And the way that he shifted and the way that protection was there for him, they didn't have that at Georgia for him last year. You see what I'm saying? And also the way that he moved in the pocket. I mean, yeah, he had a few overthrown balls and everything else like that. And I think that's why they dialed it down some as far as the conservative point. Because let's just be clear. Let's understand something. He was hitting the slots. He was doing what he needed to do. He was hitting the running plays. He was doing everything. And that was basically gassing Notre Dame. Okay, we had one job that we had to do. It was CJ Carr. We had to stop the run. How many points did Love have? I mean, how many not points? How many yards did he have? That man had about 39 yards.
Mm-hmm.
We stopped him. His backup, we stopped him too. But into the front, except for that one big run that he had before they scored their touchdown, that was mainly it. It was see ball, get ball. It was simplified, understood, and it was executed. That's what we need, not just for the beginning game, but we need that for the whole season. Okay? We don't need Carson Beck to be like Cam Ward. We need Carson Beck to be Carson Beck. And we need Miami to play Miami ball. That's what we need. We don't need nobody acting like they don't know, like they need to be somebody else. This ain't Halloween. This ain't, we ain't putting on no damn costumes. Be yourself. Get out there and play. Malachi Tony that was phenomenal. CJ Daniels, phenomenal. Okay, you had my man Brown, that was the running back. That was great. You know what I'm saying? I said that Jordan Lyle, I think he had a low ankle sprain or something like that. That's why he was out. It was phenomenal. You know, you had that catch by CJ Daniels. I'm sorry, that was one of the most phenomenal catches that I have ever seen. That was one of the most phenomenal catches that I've ever seen. And we needed that push because I was in the chat last night. I said, listen, we got enough time. We need to go ahead, get the ball, score. They're going to come back. And if we can score again before halftime, we need to go ahead and do so. And we will get the ball back at the beginning of the third quarter. And that's what happened. And so therefore, that's what we executed. The turnover by Bain was phenomenal. The force by Mesidor, Bain, and all, man, it was phenomenal. I loved it. We got some things we need to work on, but I loved it. Overall, I loved the win. I loved it. I loved the defense, and I loved the secondary, how they stepped up. Loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Got nothing else we had to say.
All righty. All right, man. Well,
So,
we appreciate it, brother. We're going to keep these calls coming in, man. Go ahead.
One other question. On that app, are y'all going to still be on YouTube, or are y'all just going to be exclusively on the app?
We're going to be on YouTube, but we're going to be streaming through the app. So we'll push it out to all different networks, but you got to sign in coming through the app. And we're going to filter it out going to all different platforms after that. But yes, we still will. To answer your question, yes, we will.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure because I done made room for that app, so because I'm going to be on that app. That's most definitely got to support my brothers.
Real quick. The special guests. Now that's the thing. The app. If you want to be in with the special guests when we have our special guests, that'll be through the app. Mm-hmm. So make sure you have the app, especially for that.
All right, y'all just let us know when and where, and it'll be downloaded. Most definitely.
Yes,
definitely.
sir.
I keep y'all posted, man. Just check everything, man. You Talk Sports Show on all platforms, man. But it'll be definitely before the end of the week, man. It'll be done. I got clearance last night, man, with the guys, man. So we good. We will be ready this week.
Good deal. Good deal. All right, y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all boys, man. Y'all be safe. Love y'all guys, and as always, go Canes, man.
Love you too, brother, man. Enjoy
Love
your
you
week.
too.
Be
Go
safe.
Canes,
All right,
brother.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir.
It's you talk, baby.
Hey,
I got
Mr.
a
Magic, I'm
question.
gonna hold the line for you next. Talk
I
to
got
me,
a
bro.
question for y'all. We haven't touched on it. What about and it was referenced from Onk, the referees? What the hell was up with them last night? Because I mean,
Hold the line,
I'm
Mr. Magic.
I'm looking at our wide receivers getting held, nothing getting called, but they're calling everything on us. And what the hell? I mean, why do we have to beat Notre Dame and the refs again last night? What's y'all thoughts on that, real quick?
But aren't we used to this? Aren't we used to this though? I mean, like, and that's why you can't play conservative. That's what I'm saying. We know we're gonna be playing against the referees as well, man. So we got to do extra, and we can't take our foot off the gas. We got to actually go out here and beat the teams and the referees. So we won't give them a chance to be able to implement themselves in the game. That's just my opinion, man. Talk to me, yo.
If you ever think that Miami's out of this hole, that it's Miami versus the world, that's always your reminder. You're always going to have to battle the referees. I mean, it's just one of those things where they let them back in the game. You can't tell me another team where you've watched an entire half of football and there's no holding call on an offensive line for the entire game.
That part.
And
That
it's
part.
I tried to do this years ago when we first started our show up. It was like I wanted to see how many other teams where that team, like a Georgia Tech, right, or whoever we played, zero holding calls, and what they would do the rest of the season, right? So we could see a sample of you had one perfect game your entire season, and it happens to be against Miami. Okay, sure. Like, and then show how many times it's happened to Miami versus anybody else. But you're right. Like, you can't give them that opportunity. Like, you have to keep it in your mind that you are always playing against the referees. I don't understand how Miami doesn't just go at the ACC and say, "Hey, we're filing complaint after fucking complaint because you guys got to fix this." Like, we've had multiple games where, remember, D, one of the first things we talked about was we figured out that the Georgia Tech game, calling the fumble, the guy had ties to the referee that was head charge, had ties back to Georgia Tech. He ran a company in Atlanta. So it's like, you can't have this kind of stuff that's still happening in 2025. Like, we can see your LinkedIn, you know what I mean? Like, we can find you, like, it's fine.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
but to always that point, the other thing that drove me nuts that was off on this game was, why do you have to call? It's a Miami game, correct? Why are we showing, or why is ABC showing the Carr family over and over and over and over?
Yes.
Where's Beck's family at? Where's the Fletcher family at?
Yeah.
Where's our stars' families at? Our home, home game.
It's you talk, baby.
Our goddamn prime time. Ours. That pissed me
good
off.
point. Great point.
Mr. Magic, you all, man. Good point, AO. Mr. Magic, what's going on? You in the building, man.
Mr. Magic.
All those things that AO. Hey, yo, what's happening? You know I'm at the How y'all doing, fellas?
Great.
For sure. Listen, man. I was wondering that same thing because, if I would have got on like the other show we had on Friday, what I hated the most, man, was I didn't feel comfortable about our kicking game. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the Borregales brothers spoiled us so bad, man, for 5 years. And then we had that oops. So we left points on the field. They wasn't, like y'all said, they ain't gonna be the listen, they hold us, they was doing all kind of shit and we wasn't getting no call.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna bring this up. We still missing damn tackles.
Yep.
We missing tackles, bro. I was watching games before they came on, before we played. Buzz hunching into the ball, you hear the clacking, Buzz getting knocked on their behind, and then you come to eyes and everybody just running around like somebody just dropped the bomb, and everybody scattered, and the runner going a whole another direction. But Hey, man, we pulled it out. I like the time they gave Carson back in the pocket. He had some beautiful pockets that he was able to step up in, and that catch. Oh, my God, that one-hand catch. That shit made me think about me when I was young. Nah, let me stop. but yeah, man, it's like I love that we had 2-3 minutes left, and we took that drive and we took advantage of our opportunities, and the defense stood up. That was somewhat complimentary football to a degree. That interception, oh my God. I think we got ourselves something with Malachi Tony. What y'all think?
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what springboards you into recruiting too.
I'm like, they just need to understand, man, that ain't no refs, whether we have ACC refs, SEC, Pac-10, whoever the fuck refs we have. This was at our home stadium. I don't understand how they get all the damn publicity at our stadium. It's a home game for us.
Yeah.
I got to look at it like this. It's always been us against the world. So we go ahead, like Jimmy Johnson said when he was coaching UM, put your foot on their neck and don't let it up. That prevent defense shit, it's going to cost us down the road if we keep it up with that bullshit. Because we could have lost that last night. We could have lost that last night with that playing 12 yards off the ball and they moving down the field. Bruh, those are the things that I'm tired of seeing in Mario era. Put your foot on his fucking neck and don't let up. I love y'all boys, man. I'm finna go. And you know what I got? You know what I got, right?
You know I'm at the pub, right?
I got that goddamn plump. Y'all boys are good. I love y'all, man.
Much love.
I didn't know y'all was gonna be on this early, man. I had just came from Metro piece of shit because my phone was acting up, man. I happened to come in and turn it on and see. I was like, you talk.
I text you though.
What they doing on this early? I thought it was gonna be on late, like tonight.
Hey.
But hey, I get to enjoy it today.
Hey, Mr. Magic, that's why you ain't getting it. You just said why. You when you say that came from Metro piece of shit, you should have been checking it on.
I sent Magic the text because Magic always texts me and say, "Are we on tonight?" So I made sure I sent Magic the text. And I said, Magic, we gonna be on.
My phone was acting up, dog. And I just went to Metro piece of shit and got this fixed.
Metro piece of shit.
Because when I call people say they calling me, and the phone be ringing 5-6 times before I answer, and my phone on my end don't even ring. So I love y'all boys, man. Y'all be laughing at me. Don't be laughing because I got Metro piece of shit. Yeah. That's what I can afford right now, damn it.
Hey.
We love you, man.
You get up on that shit. Get up on that shit when you can, though, Sean.
I am, dog. I am. When I start making some bread, bro, I'm an upgrade.
All right, man.
Metro feeding this commercial.
All right, yo. I love y'all boys, man.
I love you too, bro.
Well, D, I'm gonna say this much, D. I know one company that ain't gonna sponsor us is Metro piece of shit. We don't need to send no email to this.
It's a wrap, right? It's a wrap. It's a wrap, Frank. Hey, yo, it's a wrap. Thanks. Thanks, y'all.
Yep.
Right. Hey, y'all, we got a lot of people that want to talk, man. Y'all, I'm sorry. I can't get to everybody. Y'all keep on calling, man. I'll like I said, it is a pecking order over here, though, y'all. It's a pecking order, man. We get the day ones, we take care of them first. And while I'm talking, man, I just want to let you guys go ahead. What's up, Frank?
No, make your point. I wanted to touch on what AO said and what Magic said. Go ahead, make your point.
No, go ahead. I'm just
all right. Well, real quick, what I wanted to piggyback off of what AO led in with and what Magic expounded on was the definite disrespect to Miami by showcasing Carr's family. And I get it. The little brother died of cancer, and I get it. You know, I'm not saying don't speak that. But to constantly put the family picture over there when we got Jimmy Johnson, who was in the house. You got all of the Miami greats. Ray Lewis was in the house. Irvin always is always in the house. Devin
Edgerrin
Hester was in the
James.
house. Edgerrin James was in the house. You got, and here's my thing. Credit to AO. Why not talk about Carson Beck's family? Why not show his family? You know, with what Malachi Tony was doing. Why not spotlight him a little bit more and talk about him being 17 years old? I mean, what gives, man? I'm
Right.
And it's just that favoritism and that hate towards Miami.
Yeah.
Just my 2 cents.
And shout out to the Fletcher family. Like, they didn't lose somebody, and he's powering
Exactly.
himself through shit right now. Like, talk about him. Like you guys kind of mentioned, Tony and Fletcher are going to be what springboards Miami's recruiting South Florida. You want to know the payoff of that young man having a fucking phenomenal game last night is all his friends are in high school right now watching.
Yes.
That part is what all those rest of those guys that he's watching are all going to be going right to that Bethune-Cookman game, right to that South Florida game. We don't leave the state of Florida for weeks, guys. So you want to know the impact?
Right.
That's our
Right.
solidifying our recruiting right there.
Yep.
Hey, caller, you on the line. State your name and where you calling from.
What's going on, fellas? This is Rocky, man. How we doing?
Well, the Rockster's in the building. The rock star is in the building.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Utah.
What's going on? I don't know what's going on. I'm struggling this morning, man. It was a long night last night, but a good one, man. I celebrated. Hey, yo, baby, good to be on with you finally. Coming out from behind the screen, behind the protection. Canes of the corn in the building, baby.
Been a minute, man. Appreciate hearing your voice finally. Yeah, it's definitely been a while.
Yeah. I'm telling you. I mean, you guys basically hit on all the points. I mean, I wish somebody would go down to Coral Gables and teach Shannon Dawson how to run off tackle. Because I'm so tired of seeing that up the gut run.
Preach, Rook.
It was the second drive when we took the lead 21-7. We got the ball back and it was like a 3rd and 1. And I made a point on one of the message boards. I'm like, everybody from PGA Boulevard down to Key West knew they were running up the middle on that 3rd and 1 where Shamar Brown, I think it was, slipped and ran into Markel Bell's leg. We had to punt it back. I mean, everybody in South Florida, we knew I mean, look, we're 1-0. We beat college football's darlings in Notre Dame. We shut them down. Love and Price were held to under 100 yards. So credit to our defense, credit to our D-line. We had the question marks about their interior D-line. They came to play. The defense as a whole, besides that one bust, looked like night and day from last year. Let's face it, you couldn't get much worse than last year. Offensively, the right side of that offensive line, Malwino and Nez Cooper are probably the best tandem in college football. They're going to be collapsing lines all year long. So that's a plus. But, man, I said it on here on the chat. I wish we could find more creative ways to use the talent that we have on offense. And, you guys mentioned it. It's just too vanilla for me, man. It's too vanilla. Yeah, we won the game. Yeah, we look good. Carson Beck was Carson Beck. He was everything we wanted him to be. Y'all right. He doesn't have to be Cam Ward. He just has to be himself. But God, man, there was point in times in the game where you get so frustrated and you're screaming at the TV. They're begging you to run a jet sweep or they're begging you to run off tackle. And it's that same old up the gut run. It was frustrating. That said, we won the game. Can't be mad at it. Give Mario, like you said, LFJ, give Mario's props. He got a signature win. And let's see what happens from here. Going forward, I'm kind of like y'all. I mean, the one knock last night, if you had to nitpick, was that QB run from Notre Dame up the middle a couple of times. When they did that, the old Riley Leonard run, they did gash us. I mean, when we see Byron Brown at USF and when we see Castellanos at Florida State, that's what we're going to see. We're going to see that crap. So, I mean, that's the one, call it a bugaboo from last night that you worry about going forward. That's it. But that said, can't be mad at it. I hope Jordan Lyle's okay. Did he hurt his ankle?
It looked like it.
Ankle sprain, they say.
Yeah, I hope he recovers. I mean, 1-0, fellas, 1-0,
Yeah.
and probably, I mean, going probably a top 5 ranking. What y'all think? Where y'all think they're gonna put us?
No,
all said
because
and done?
what's going to happen is, the SEC is still going to get love. So even though Texas lost to Ohio State, they're going to keep Texas in the top 5 because they have to, because Alabama dropped the ball. So you're going to have this is my projected top 5. Ohio State's going to leapfrog Penn State. They're going to keep Penn State at number 2. They're probably going to drop Texas down to number 3. They're probably going to push LSU up to number 4. And where's Oregon at? Is Oregon ranked in the top 10? Because they always give them love as well. So yeah, Oregon will probably get up there. Miami will probably be right outside the top 5, but they ain't gonna put us up there just yet.
7. It's my thought.
Gotcha. Well, we got some more opportunities to prove it to them. So, hopefully we can keep this momentum going. There was a lot of recruits in the building last night. Hard Rock was lit. I hope we can sway some of those guys to stay home that are committed elsewhere right now, and get a couple of flips there from a recruiting perspective. But yeah, man, look, hey, this is Mario's way, right, LFJ? Mario's way, right?
Yes, it is.
So we're gonna see how it pans out. He's gonna live or die by that I guess the vanilla style. So we'll see how it goes the rest of the season.
But real quick before you go, Rocky, I can live with certain vanilla run plays if they're working, because when they were running, they were getting 3, 4, 5 yards a carry with Fletcher and Brown.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
Mm-hmm.
Just mix the pass in with that, a la that first drive of the second half. If you do that all game with this improved defense, nobody's stopping Miami. Nobody.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm not, in other words, I understand why they did it, and it worked. But I don't know. I guess I am nitpicking. For me, I see all this talent, and I watch these games on Saturday, guys, and I'm watching these creative offenses with motions, and there's an eye candy. I mean, look what Georgia Tech did to Colorado. How they ran. I mean, everybody knows it's Georgia Tech. Everybody knows it's Haynes King and it's Jamal Haynes. That's it. But they mix in what they do so well, they still can't stop it, because you got so much going on that you have to pay attention to, that you just they get lost somehow. And I don't know. I mean, it's that versus give the Fletcher up the gut, give the Brown up the gut, give the Fletcher up the gut, give the Brown, every single time. It's like, come on, fellas, and that's my complaint, if I have a complaint. But I'm not mad at it. It did work. It worked, for last night. And let's see if it works for a whole season, because now you got tape. Now you got, that's what we get so frustrated about. By the time we get to ACC, you got tape on that. And there's no. Let's see how this plays out. But we want to know, we're top 10, and you can't be mad at it. It was a great night last night for our Canes. Excited as anybody for the season, and a great way to get off to a good start. So we'll see what happens.
All right, Rob. We appreciate the call, brother. Thank you.
All right, D. All right, Dale. Thanks, y'all.
All righty. Rocky, y'all.
It's you talk, baby.
James Freeman, you on deck. James Freeman. You know what? I was watching the game. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see it, man. Our old coach, defensive coordinator, Blake Baker, man, called a great game against Clemson, man. I mean, yes, he did, man. He kept a spy on Klubnik, and I just thought he was aggressive. He played a lot of man-to-man, and I guess that's because they got the right athletes that he won on defense now, man. So shout out to Blake Baker, man.
Real quick on that. I think you got that definitely, but I think it's more so when Blake Baker was DC at Miami, he just didn't know. It's kind of like Manny Diaz now as a head coach. When you get that first stint and that first big opportunity, you got to learn. You're not going to make the perfect decisions. It's just like us in life. We didn't know what we know now when we were in our 20s and 30s. Correct. So I think with Blake Baker, he went through the process and he had to fall down from grace and listen. He's surprising me because I tell everybody down here, you ain't gonna do shit with Baker, and he's proving me wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what's up,
realistically,
man.
it was too early for them to be here. Like Miami shouldn't have been their stepping stone job. It should have been like a, like a Kansas, right? Like someone that's not trying to be a contender right then and there. They got their lumps here, but that's why I think it threw us off because then he went over to Missouri, learned more, like you mentioned, and he's been making his way up. But we should have
Yeah,
never been in that realm. That just goes to show you how shitty our administration was, right? That
that
we were
part.
giving people that opportunity and we were expecting this from them when it's way too early in their career to be ever thinking about DCing at that point from being, I mean, I think he was just an assistant. And even Manny, go to Temple. You bought out a Temple contract for a Miami head coaching job. That should tell you everything you need to know about that administration.
Thanks.
James Freeman, man. Welcome James Freeman to the building, man. James Freeman, what up?
Well, brother, to be 1-0 to 0-1, I'll say that much. Just think about what Alabama, Texas, and Clemson are feeling this morning. You know, honestly, actually, it was yesterday morning, but you know what I'm talking about after the weekend. So it was great to get the win, especially over Notre Dame last night. You know, I'm going to be positive, but I'm also going to just raise some concerns because I wouldn't be a good coach if I didn't raise these concerns or be a true Miami fan. And I'm sure the haters are ready to attack me and so forth. But, you
I
know,
will.
guys, let's just be real. Let's just be real right now, okay? We are 1-0, all right? There is still a long season ahead of us. You know, we got excited last year when we beat Florida on the road. What we saw was what we had with Cam Ward. And realistically, it just kind of was the peak. You know, you don't want to peak in August. You want to peak in November and December when it really counts. Now, one thing that I was really happy with the guys in the post-game interviews, they understand that there's work still to be done. That's great. And they need to. They need to stay hungry. They need to treat every game like last night was, you know, a top 10 matchup because they're going to get everybody's best shot. And I said this on the show. I said that, you know, my heart, I wanted to believe we could win. My head went with them. But the truth of the matter is, we didn't know what we were going to get from either team. And I think it was very cautious of how to be that way. But I am going to bring in some concerns, but I'm going to talk about the good, and I'm also going to talk about the bad as well. The good that I can see is that you have a defensive coordinator that was clearly an upgrade. And realistically, with the amount of money that we've poured into this program, you should have had both these coordinators as upgrades. You know, Shannon Dawson, I think that the jury is still out on him. I don't know who was calling the plays in that fourth quarter, but it was way too conservative for me. Way too conservative, especially when you have them with your foot on their throat. You step on it and you leave no doubt. You do not leave that door open. And matter of fact, you were too trusting with that offensive line. The offensive line at times looked good in pass protection, but other times I saw that Beck had to be a little bit move out of the pocket. Maybe he's not as comfortable as Cam Ward. He's definitely not as athletic, but at the same time, he still made some great throws. And I like Beck. I'll talk about him in a second. But truth be told, we were too trusting with the offensive line. And I'm not saying that they're not a good offensive line. You've got a phenomenal player in Mawanoa on the right side, just with this freakish Samoan strength. And he even pushed the pile at times when some other guys looked like they were struggling pushing up against the wall. I mean, he's worth every penny. But some of the other guys, they're big dudes. I'll give them that. But they don't have that strength that Mawanoa has. And it's clear. And I think you were too trusting with them in that fourth quarter. And I get maybe you didn't want to put the trust in the hands of the receivers, but your receivers were making catches all night long. I mean, credit to not only Daniels for that 100-handed catch, but the other guy that we got that was the transfer, I believe, from either Cincinnati or BYU. He was phenomenal with a couple catches he made, and at least even got some yards after contact as well. But the truth of the matter is that here we kept hearing that Elijah Lofton is supposed to be your best player, and that can't happen where he's only targeted 3 times, fellas. I mean, that cannot happen. And at the same time, in the past, I've utilized the thought process that, you know, what maybe we're not wanting to put everything on film. But at the same time, you know, this game was a big magnitude game, a top 10 matchup. And, you know, I think about what the great Melvin Bratton once said when he was a guest on your show, and I'm happy that he's got his show with you guys, and, you know, props to you all. But he said to me a long time ago when I asked him, what do you think about Mario not having the media come to practices? He said, we were never afraid of that. Hell, come over here and show us that you can stop us or whatever. This is what we're going to do to you on Saturday. Show to us that you can stop us. So there should be no hidden secrets. It's about executing. It's about doing everything, not being scared. Those are my concerns. And last night we coached scared, especially with a kicker that, you know, I mean, on a wet field, 47 yards. I mean, you should have at least tried to make that a 27-yard field goal. I mean, props to him that he made it. But at the same time, these are concerns that might not be so lucky in the games in the future, and against a lesser opponent, or maybe against an opponent that has a seasoned quarterback. That was a redshirt freshman quarterback. And as the game progressed, he felt more comfortable. So these are things that need to not be forgotten at the end of the day, because you still got some good teams still on the schedule, some teams that might even surprise us. And it's never been about the big games under this under this staff. It's about, you know, not being prepared for these little opponents, and you've got to bring it every week. A couple more points before I let go. I was absolutely enthralled with how great our defensive line played. Jason Taylor being the guy now and not having to be co-coach with some of these other guys, the defense looked fabulous. Scott, Bain, Messador, all of them, you know, when they were rotating, and even that transfer Blay, I mean, he made a couple of plays when he could. The linebackers seemed to be in position. The DBs, with the exception of that one bust, did very well. But at the same time, you know, what are you going to do against a quarterback that's a little bit more mobile and a little bit more seasoned and can make some plays? So you still got to watch for that. And all in all, the defense had nowhere else to go but up. Special teams, with the exception of the mishap, I thought were fantastic. The way that we covered on punt and kickoff returns. Last year, you allowed 2 kickoff returns returned for touchdowns. And this year, that didn't happen. Wasn't even close to happening on those kickoffs. They stayed in their lanes, they were disciplined, and they hit. And I liked that. I liked the physicality of the team. That was a very big positive. Carson Beck, I thought he did great considering the play calling that was being that was used. But again, I want Beck to own this team a little bit more. I really got even more behind him with the emotional interview he had. You could tell he's been through hell. I mean, to come back from an injury like that and play as well as he did, some people don't come back from an injury like that. But you know, I wish him all the success. He is our Miami quarterback this year, so we all need to get behind him. But I hope that he owns the position like Cam does, and literally puts his foot down and says, we're not doing that, and I'm going to audible. And realistically, if he sees something and he feels a lot more confident in his guys, he needs to do that. The play calling was way too conservative in that fourth quarter for my taking. And again, too much reliance on that offensive line, not enough targets to your best player of Elijah Lofton, as well as the game was progressing, your receivers made those catches. You didn't have Lyle, who's the home run threat, I hope that he is back, because you know that could be a lingering issue with that ankle. But realistically, I was proud of Brown. I found it funny that they really gave it to Brown more than Fletcher at the end there. So they were a little bit concerned that would Fletcher fumble the ball again. And this is a guy that's third year in your program and considered one of your featured backs. You went with the guy from North Dakota who runs hard, but he is limited at what he is. So these are things that I want all fans to keep in mind. And again, I'm very happy that we won this game. Could have gone a different route and would have been Heartbreak City, but we were owed this win because we've dealt with so many fluke things that happened in the past. But this coaching staff, with 150 recruits in the stands last night, owed it to put on a party for Miami. We could have blown these guys out, but I'm happy for the win. At the same time, the conservative play calling, and Larry, you and I talked about it off camera, we shouldn't have even been in a position like that. This game could have been over maybe even at halftime, maybe definitely in the third quarter, if you had just kept pressing them. And it worked out, but we cannot allow Lady Luck and that chance to happen again. And you still have 11 other games on the schedule. And again, it's been the dreaded ACC that's gotten you every year, especially after a bye week. So that's all I got, fellas. Want to get some other calls on. Appreciate you all. Keep up the great work with all your shows, and go Canes, baby. Stallion out.
Okay.
Okay.
It's you talk, baby.
Talk to me, AO.
You know, we've been mentioning the rain, right?
Mhm.
At this point now, kind of looking back at everything and kind of like how Florida went last year, do you think that the close game is actually a blessing in disguise at this point? Because last year we started feeling ourselves a lot after that Florida game, and we didn't see as many of the holes and patches that we really should have saw at that point. And then we didn't really know what that defense was until that South or not South Florida, the Ball State game, where we started kind of noticing like, oh, here's some issues we're having, and then they started getting exposed more and more and more over the year, right? Do you think that we kind of got a little better of a feel for this game and this team versus last year? Is actually better to have a close game like this versus a blowout. Everybody wants a blowout, but this game showed you everything that is good, bad, and ugly, like Larry Frank said.
I'll say this.
Um,
Go ahead, D.
no, I was just gonna say, I think if you know what you're looking at, I mean, I just think that you know, you kind of know. Yeah, it, can we learn from this? It's a close game, but at the end of the day, AO, I still think that, like James Freeman would say, the the team, the team as a whole, man, going forward. Let's just say with this game, and I'm trying to put it the right way because I don't want to seem like I'm bashing the team or whatever the case may be. I just think that there's a lot of things that need to be corrected, but I think that we're going to get it right. I don't want to say what I want to say. Go ahead, Larry, because I don't know how to word it.
I'll say this. A close win over a team in Notre Dame that we know is good goes a long way in my projection of this team over a blowout win in a Florida team that we didn't know nothing about last year. We thought Florida was going to be a good team. They were bad. They kind of started putting stuff together at the end of the season, and I think they parlayed that into this season. So we'll see how they turn out. But it was more about the rivalry and an SEC team and being in the swamp and beating them the way that we did. That's what got everybody joked up. This game last night, you know Notre Dame is going to win 10 games. You know Notre Dame is going to make the college football playoff. You know Notre Dame has a good chance to go back to the national championship game, and you know they have a good coach in Marcus Freeman. And in that regard, that close victory, which really wasn't close, things got flipped around. It wasn't close. Miami dominated them from end to end. It's just things happened to get them back in the game. But you know that you dominated a team like this that's going to be there at the end. And guess what? Even though it wound up being close, we grinded it out. We won. So I'm still going week by week, game by game, but it gives me a projection that this Miami team right now, defense, offense, everything put together with better play calling, this Miami team is going to be a force. Like everybody's hopping on LSU's nuts right now because of, you know, they beat Clemson. Like I know everybody's seeing it, talking about, you know, and I don't know if it's because Lee Corso picked them to win the national championship. I do not know. Y'all know I hate LSU because I live down there. I can't stand these people. And I'm trying to be unbiased with this opinion. But I saw nothing in that Clemson game that tells me LSU is going to win a national championship because you only put up 17 points. And in this age of college football, you got to score more than 17 points to win against these big-time teams. Now, flip that to Miami. Yes, we scored 27 points last night. However, you had the bobbled snap on the first field goal. That's 30 points. If Brown runs off to the right side, that drive continues. That's possibly a touchdown to put us up 37, or at the very least, we get another field goal. That's 34 points. If Mario is not conservative in that last call to go up 10 at the time, instead of, you know, trying to punch him in the mouth, you're possibly looking at 40 points that Miami could have put up on this Notre Dame team. And it could have been another repeat of 41-8 or 41-7 type of margin 8 years ago. So to answer your question real quick, AO, I put a lot of stock into this team projecting to finish good, being good, based off of what they did because of who we played. But at the same time, and I'm going to land my plane on this, the running game, I know Mario wants to be conservative with the running game. That's okay when you're getting those 4 or 5 yard plays, but mix it up with those jet sweeps. Mix it up with running back screens. Mix it up with wide receiver screens. Mix it up, incorporate all of that. And as I keep saying, with this defense that it seems to have right now, guess what? Pardon my French, but I'm going to go there. Ain't nobody fucking with Miami if we can put it all together like that. That's just my humble opinion. But it has to be put together.
That's a great point. Great point, man. And Big Kane 3, yeah, I got to do things a little bit different now, y'all, so I can't be how I used to be. I'm sorry. So, y'all, AO, Larry Frank, y'all know, so like I said, great point, Larry Frank, you too, AO. Yes, Mr. Johnson, D-line coach. We got to get Damon Lewis and Jason Taylor their props. I see you guys, Mr. Kennedy. Y'all put up D-line was great. Great addition with Damon Lewis bringing him in as a head coach. Phone callers, I'm sorry, you guys can start by calling. And I want to say something too, you guys. The two gentlemen that I have on, this was the whole plan the whole time when I started doing this, to bring guys from within to take care of my baby. Because whenever we start to do what we're about to do right now, I wanted to be able to step back and kind of focus on the back end of everything what we need to take care of. So the two guys that you see here, man, I want to let you guys know I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I want y'all to make sure y'all take care of my boys. They're going to take care of the People Show. They already know how everything is ran, so it's going to be easy to make this transition. So these are my guys. They've been with me from day one, and you're going to get a heavy dose of them, man, every show. And what we're about to do with bringing all of these guests and these people on, man, this could have been – all of y'all made this happen. All of you guys, the 23,000 subscribers, you guys, we appreciate you guys. I love y'all. It ain't going to be nothing but good things going forward. And I ask that you keep up the support, man. And thank you guys. Callers, we're going to take some more callers because the lines are hot. I'm trying to get as many people on as we got one coming in. Caller, you on the line when you talk. State your name and where you're calling from.
Brandon Brock, Fort Worth, Texas.
Mr. Brock. Mr. Brock. What's going on? What's up?
What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. How about y'all?
Oh, man, we're great, bro.
We're good.
Oh, man. Good to be on, man. Bro, just, looking at the game last night, it was cool that we got a win over a highly ranked team and everything like that. But, man, it's just still a lot of improvement needs to go down. Where, it's the same points everybody, has already been bringing up, but I'm just confused as to how is it that how is people saying Elijah Lofton is supposed to be the best player on the team, but they're not utilizing this guy. What is going on? It's like, man, I pretty much expected for the ball to be ran the way that it was ran because that's what's been happening the whole time under Shannon Dawson. The offensive line don't create any holes and gaps. They just bunch up, and the running back just try to just pile through there, and and hopefully something will open up. As you get maybe a 2 or 3 yards up the field, and then they finally can break it open. But last night, I think that they set Mark Fletcher down. I mean, unless he got injured or something like that. But I'm like, man, you're stifling these guys' career. Sometimes you got to keep feeding these dudes the ball in order for them to kind of get a better rhythm going. There's no telling what Mark Fletcher probably could have did in that second half if they would have utilized it more. I remember, man, the days when we had Clinton Portis and Willis McGahee, and I'm like, you see both of them dudes going off, and then they could still bring in a third running back, and that dude could go off too. You know what I mean? And that's just not happening now, man. And I don't get it. I don't understand it. We held strong because we did something that we were supposed to do, which is you jump up early and then you wait on the clock and try to wear your opponent down. But man, we gave up way too much to a freshman quarterback. That part right there, that disappointed me too. I was sick at seeing a freshman quarterback dominate us like that. I would have been better if it would have been that running back Love that did that damage to us, not that quarterback, man.
Great points.
Yeah.
You and I talked last night, man. We talked extensively last night. So, like I said, a lot of things that I'll talk about in private, but not publicly so much anymore. AO.
Right.
So, Larry,
Right.
I talked to a lot of y'all. So,
hey, they don't want to see our
Mr.
text
Brock-
message. They don't want to see our text message threads because we will get canceled.
Mr. Brock, he know what me and him was talking about last night. I mean, so hey, agree 100%.
I mean, and the defense looked improved in some ways, but there's still like a long way to go when it comes to can we do this again? Because I mean, the thing that Georgia Tech gonna be a layover game is not. They not gonna be easy to beat this year. I seen that just even in that game they played against Colorado, and even though Syracuse got spanked by Tennessee, I still saw something there that said that ain't gonna be no easy win. You know what I mean? Like, man, so it's like, bro, like if we are gonna win those games, and just say have some confidence that we're gonna win those games, and some of that stuff got to step up, man. We still giving too much space to receivers. I was like, man, how they seem like they receivers open, and our receivers, can't hardly get open like that, man. But we just got to do something better, man. Got to.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree. And man, you did a good job too over there on Zone Talk, man. I seen your interview over there too, man, with those guys, man. They do a real good job over there. I forgot the name of the show. It's Zone something. Zone Sports. Zone Sports.
Zone Sports, yeah.
Yeah. Great interview. I seen you over there, man. You did a great job, bro.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. It's been fun being a part of these shows with y'all and stuff, man. So I've been enjoying it, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, man, that's pretty much, all my pieces I wanted to say, man. I'm going to let y'all get back to the show. Pretty sure you probably finna wrap it up, but thanks for having me on again. And it's still go Canes, but get better too, Canes.
Go Canes to get better, Canes. That's a good one.
That's it.
Hey, we got to
That's
put that
solid.
on a t-shirt.
That's a moneymaker right there.
Right.
It's from the soul.
right, hey, y'all. Thanks, Mr. Brock, man. We appreciate it, bro.
All right, y'all.
All right. Love you, brother. Great call, man.
It's you talk, baby.
Hey, listen, Big K, man. Holla at me offline, man. You know how to get to me, Big K, man. Holla at me offline, man. Hey, man, holla at me. Hey, man, let's wrap it up, man. Let's wrap it up, fellas, man. We're going to go around the horn, man, and get out of here, man. An hour and 23 minutes. I think that was a good recap show, man. So, AO, we'll start with the guests, and then but no, you ain't no damn guest, man. You here now, man. Goddammit, you perfect, man. We're going to start with our damn member, AO, man, and then we'll get to Larry Frank. Go ahead, AO.
I honestly, after hearing everybody talk today, I really do think there's a lot of room for improvement, but I think there's a lot of optimism. And also, I think the weather played a lot more of a factor than what we're really giving it credit for. I think, as a Hurricane fan, we've been on this roller coaster ride year in, year out, and we're always going to hope for the best, but expect the worst, right? But to me, it's like there's so much passion in this fan base. There's so much hope that we just want to see everybody get to that next level. It's never going to be we're hating on it. We just want to see the next level by getting out of our own way, doing the simple shit. Just mixing up is not a hard thing. If you didn't have talent, that'd be one thing. If you didn't have coaches that cared, that'd be a problem. If you didn't have a fan base that just didn't show up, that'd be a problem. If you didn't have the NIL and the boosters and the portal, all that, it's just getting out of your own way at this point. And that's all. I mean, I think that's, for me, what I've heard from everybody here today say is simple fixes. And that, to me, is a better measuring stick than what we had last year. And I'm fucking excited for this year, guys. Like, I can't wait to spend it with all the Canes family that are in this chat early in the morning. I can't wait to keep doing these shows with you, Frank. And D, I am so appreciative of what you put together for all of this, man. So you guys got my heart. I'm always going to be here whenever you need. Just hit me up.
You hear official tonight. Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, for sure. Look, I'm going to just put a bow on it like this. You got Texas, Clemson, Notre Dame, Alabama. Top 10 teams, they're 0-1 after week 1. Miami, top 10 team, 1-0 after week 1. I'm happy. I'll take it. Is there room for improvement? Obviously, every team has room for improvement. Georgia has room for improvement. Ohio State. So I'm not going to really get too bothered by what I saw last night. It was week 1. You got a team, bunch of new players, bunch of new transfers. There's definitely room for improvement, and I'm going to trust that the coaching staff is going to improve. So, listen, we'll take the dub. We'll celebrate. Mario Cristobal, like I said, don't get used to it. I'm giving you props, Coach. You did the job. And by the way, Coach, shouts out for the money you won me last night, too.
Nice.
That part.
That boy,
Hey, let me tell you something.
When you sent me that text last night, boy, I couldn't do nothing but die laughing, bro.
Bro, real quick, I'm going to tell it. I'm going to give it up. So I took yesterday, because here's the thing. I got beat barely all weekend. By the way, I told y'all Florida State plus 14. Y'all called me crazy. Now, I didn't follow my own goddamn advice. I took Alabama money line, and guess what? That was the only one that beat me on parlay number 1 on Saturday. Parlay number 2 on Saturday, I had LSU with the +5. I had Ole Miss to cover, and I had Texas A&M to cover, and them jokers gave up a late touchdown with 22 seconds left to beat me. So I said, I got to shake back yesterday. So I took South Carolina money line. I took Miami +2 and the 5, and I took the under, which was 51.5. The total was 51. So I was like, if these fools let Notre Dame get this ball and go down here and put this game into overtime, I told D, and I'll say it right here, I'm going to go to Miami and I'm going to slap the piss out of Mario myself if he loses this one. Boy, when Mesador and Band did their thing and they shut it down and it was official. Shouts out, Mario. Good job, brother. You did it. But that's all I got. Have a happy Labor Day, man. We'll be back with all our different shows. Much love. Be careful. Be safe. Prayed up. We'll see you on the next one.
Yes, you guys, I think we told you last week. If not, everything is going to be on Thursdays now. The hype shows on Thursday versus Friday because of the schedule of Dougal Wild. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure we get Dougal Wild on here on Thursdays, man. So that AKA Mel Bratton. So that fits in his schedule, man. So I don't want to announce who the next guest is going to be because, again, the app should be ready by Wednesday. If the app is ready by Wednesday, then I will announce the next guest on Wednesday. But if not, we're going to wait until the following Thursday to bring the next guest on. Because, again, I want everybody to come over. Thank you, Larry. And I want everybody to download the app. So I'm trying to wait to make sure the app is good. Like I say, we was on the phone. Me and my producer, shout out to Marquise Judge for everything that you do. We were on the phone. We was working on it. I think we got everything done. So hopefully we'll have it by Wednesday, and I'll announce the guests on either Wednesday night if we get it done. But if not, we'll bring our special guest. We'll start with the guests next Thursday. Again, what you see is what you get. Mr. Larry Frank Jr. and AO, I want to say thank the both of you guys, man. Day one, been with me since day one. Like I say, I'm putting my baby in the hands of these guys because I know that they're going to take care of it and run it just the way it's been ran. They know how to do it. They great at what they do, and this is how I always envisioned it to be, man. These type of people, man, genuine people that know they shit, taking care of mine, man. So I love you guys. Thank y'all, man, for everything that you do. Thank you for being down from day one. Ain't never changing up, ain't never switched up. I appreciate you guys, man. And like Larry Frank say, you guys have a great, safe holiday. Regardless, we're still having a show on Thursday, but we may not have the guests if the app is not ready. But we're still having the show. It'll be over on YouTube. So y'all know how we start every show that we do. And y'all know how we end every show that we do. It ain't no us. Hey-oh!
All right.
Where are you, baby?
Yeah.
We love you guys, man. We love all of y'all, man. Y'all stay safe, man. Hey, yo, man, hang out in the back room, man. We finna chop it up a little bit, bro.
Yes, sir.
Love y'all, man. It's you talk, man. Y'all stay safe.
Yo, hey, check this out. This ain't just a podcast. It's family.
Let's go, Canes. The #1 podcast in the show.
Yo, what's going on, everybody in Utah? Just want to let you know.
Ain't no me.
There ain't no me.
It ain't no me.
Without you.
Without you, baby.
Without you, baby. Go Canes.
It's you talk, baby.
It's that you talk. You heard me? Veteran in this game, bringing pain to all these amateurs. Been winning for too long, so they had to change the parameters. Any competition, we sweeping them up like janitors. We using the air without the need for nasal cannulas. Looking to the stands, I'll be laying for the cameras. Big wins every single week.
My name is Mr. Magic. If you're looking for a podcast that's real and down to earth, it's all about Utah. There's no me without you, baby. Bust a move.
The people show, this is you talk, yeah, the people show. Coming to you live with Frank and Devin. Go on, tell them what they need to know. This is you talk, yeah, the people show. Nah, we gonna tell you what you need to know.
It's you talk, baby.
What you need to know. Hey, it's the people show.
It's you talk, baby.